Attachment is the only thing that keeps you from manifesting. Yes, that is a bold statement, but I'm telling you, this fits every single situation that everybody's in that's trying to manifest something and it's not working out. First things first, so I got to remind you that you are God, you are source, you are all that is. There's nothing that can stop you from experiencing what you want except for you. You got to accept thoughts, feelings, beliefs that say, I'm not there, and say that I'm not there to experience not being there, okay? Now, reason I say that is because attachment comes from a place of fear. It's a fear of loss, a fear of failure, a fear of not experiencing what you want. Remember, your awareness is creating your reality. So if there is a fear, that means you're perpetuating an internal reality that doesn't actually exist. You are creating that right now through that fear of loss that is showing up in the form of attachment, okay? So first things first, understand that you are God. Because a lot of people affirm, I am God and I am source and I am all it is. Like there's nothing that can stop me because I am everything. And then you're attaching yourself to outcomes, attaching yourself to things in your reality that you probably need to let go of to get to where you need to go, and make room for your desires. You're attaching yourself to how they come to you. All this different attachment, right? But the attachment is saying that I'm not God because God is everything. Why would God be attached to something? God is literally all that is. God is being. God is being all that is. God is being desire. You just need to be desire and stop trying to be desire, okay? So the moment you attach yourself to a specific outcome, you attach yourself to things, everything just has to go perfectly the way that you want it to go, then you're immediately saying, I'm not God. And you're saying, I don't have it, because there is a underlying fear of failure that you have right now. Now, look, I'm not saying, oh, you need to work through this. You need to do shadow work. You need to impress your subconscious mind, bro. No, you don't. OK, well, what you need to do is go within yourself more often. Spend more time within yourself in the darkness that the light was birthed from. In your imagination, close your eyes. And the moment you imagine something, that is the light from the darkness, okay? That is the darkness from the light. That was the darkness that the light is birthed from, your imagination, right? So as the moment you go within and you create that reality, because this is the true reality. This is the true reality, right? The real reason you're attaching yourself to these things is because in your true reality, you're deciding outcomes that don't align with where you want to go. That's it. That's where all of it comes from. All right. So if you can go back to square one, my desire, I'm there right now, experiencing it. You can cut all of this middle bullshit out. You can cut all of it out. There is no need to go back and forth and blah, blah, blah. Like there is no need for all of it. Okay. I know it gets a little complicated because they tell you detach, and then they tell you to affirm, and then they tell you to visualize. But all you have to do is understand that you are God. If you can go within every single time you feel doubt, fear, whatever, worry, because it may show up, decide that you are God and see yourself experiencing what you desire to experience, there's no way you won't experience it. There's no way you won't experience it. I need you to merge the two realities together. I need them to be so tight to where you don't know the difference between reality, the real and the fake. The real and the fake, the created, the manifested and the unmanifested. I need you to not know the difference. I need it to be aligned so thin to where you could tightrope on it. Okay? Because what happens when you do that is you move effortlessly. You allow yourself to get the intuition. You allow yourself to get the spiritual guidance, the higher guidance, the guidance from the you that is already there. And you can move in that direction without worrying about it, without seeing what the logical mind thinks and letting the logical mind know what you're doing. Because the moment it knows what you're doing, it's like, okay, yeah, we need to get on that, because I want to feel safe and I want to stay where I'm at. I want to keep my human self safe. I want to keep me safe. I want to keep me exactly where I am, because this is what I'm used to. So I'm going to put in doubt. I'm going to put in fear. I'm going to put in, oh, that's not possible. That's not me. That's not who I am, right? And it wants to attach itself to the old stuff. The old stuff. Sometimes there comes a time where there are physical things that you have to let go of, things that you have to walk away from to get to where you want to be, or you're attaching yourself to how is this going to happen. That's still the same thing. You don't want to let go of certain things. You know, how am I going to walk that path to get to where I want to be? When truthfully, if you were within yourself creating the reality, there would not be any room for you to mess with the middle. There will not be any room for you to get attached to how or get attached to an outcome, because I'm experiencing it already. Okay? Attachment implies separation. It's saying I don't have what I want because there is a fear of loss, a fear of failure, a fear of lack. Okay? That fear right there is powerful enough to manifest anything. Anything. The same way love will, the same way just deciding will. The same way understanding that you are God will. All right? But the fear only comes from you creating that reality within yourself. All right? Okay? Nothing matters. Nothing I even says matters. I need you to understand that. Get that through your head. Nothing that I say matters right now. Because the moment you go inside of your head and you decide this is my reality, you have no choice but to experience it. So you don't even have to get caught up in all the things that I'm saying, because if this resonates with you, that is cool. But don't think, oh my gosh, there's something else I need to do, something else I need to learn, something else I need to try, so a new technique I need to study. You just need to know that I am God. That's it. I am God, so I am separate from nothing. So no matter what happens in my reality, what action I take, I am being led to exactly where I need to be, exactly where I want to go. I have no choice but to get there. Once you get that, it's like, okay, it doesn't matter what action I take. It doesn't matter what I let go of. It doesn't matter what I do at all. It doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters, right? And then you can move forward and you can manifest what you want. But even going beyond that, if you can go within yourself, because for some people making a simple decision isn't enough. You know, they still have a lot of doubts and fears that come up, and that's cool. That's cool. You know, you feel like you can't move, even though no matter what you do, you'll be led to your desired reality. You feel like you can't move. Cool. Go within yourself and create your reality. Go within the darkness that the light is birthed from, your imagination. Close your eyes and see that reality. See it as often as possible. Affirm as often as possible. Do whatever you have to do as often as possible to remind yourself who you are. That way you can act from that version of you, that identity of you, the version of you that has what you want. That way you can be that person right now, because there is nothing that can stop you. Okay? Nothing that can stop you at all. I don't want to be one of those people that come online and they confuse you and they, oh, man, I don't know what to do now because now he's saying it's something else that's wrong. There is nothing wrong with you. That's what I need you to understand. You are God. Okay? So the moment you get stuck on this, or you get stuck on that, or you get stuck on that, you're not looking at the truth. You are the truth, not anything outside of you. There's nothing for you to look outside of and say, I am that, or I am this, or I am that. I am that I am. First of all, okay? So there are no outer causes to what you want to experience. Okay, so that's the first thing. There are no outer causes. Okay, so attachment doesn't make any sense, because if you know the inner is creating the outer, what are you like? What are you looking for? What are you expecting to see? That's not who you are. It's showing you what the inner is already is. You're looking in a mirror. The moment you change the person that is standing in front of the mirror, that is when the mirror changes. That is when it reflects it. Okay. So I trust that y'all can understand that. Let go of whatever you need to let go of. I know this is coming to the right people. Whatever sign you needed, look, this is the sign. Keep going. Trust and know that I am God. I can be separate from nothing. So no matter what I do, I will experience what I want to experience. If you feel like you should let go, if you feel called to do something, if you feel called to take a specific action, do it. Just do it, because it doesn't matter. Pass, fail, however you see it, you're being led to exactly where you need to be. Okay? Same thing for the people that aren't seeing their desired reality. If you aren't exactly where you want to be, whenever you're there, okay, whenever you're going within yourself, if you're not seeing yourself in your desired reality, you're seeing yourself in the opposite of your desired reality. You cannot sit in two chairs at once. So you either have it or you don't have it. Okay, that's another thing you need to get. All right, make sure you are there. If you aren't one of those people that can just make a simple decision and be there, then be the person that sees yourself there at every single opportunity you get. Get excited to go within yourself and decide that this is my reality. Okay? But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna leave this video off with one thing. One last thing. You are God, you are source, and you are all that is. I'm not going to be the one to put into your head that you aren't capable of making a simple decision and deciding and letting go and allowing that to manifest everything into your life, because that is all it takes. When you understand that you are God, you are source, you are all that is, you are instantly being that which you desire. You are instantly being you that has all that you could ever want. Being you that is living your dream life. Okay? Being, not trying to be, but being. We're not doing this stuff to get to somewhere, because we already are that somewhere. You just have to see it. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. I thank y'all so much. My email is going to be linked down below with my other links and stuff. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.